Hello, myself Sunil Nair. And here basically we are discussing about the topic that is the union. In union, basically we are going to discuss a little bit more about the union. That is basically one topic that is basically say that basically. Do you know basically the education level basically? Yeah, basically education part is basically there. In education, basically, do you know basically there is some like education? He told that basically yes, basically. For example, then he told that basically, do you know basically chartered accountant degree is there? Then he told that yeah, basically. For example, he basically cleared in first attempt. So he basically was selected by the medical industry, and the medicine company basically selected him, and then basically they literally give him the offer also basically, and they told that basically you are basically good for our medicine basically, so your body basically is going to generate medicine energy basically from chartered accountant degree basically. So he told that basically chartered accountant degree basically is doing, but he's going to generate the medicine energy. So this basically comes into the, you can say, the union basically part, and that union basically is the medicine union basically. But here the main thing is basically how basically the education basically, that is the chartered accountancy converted basically into the medicine energy basically, how basically it converted into the medicine energy. So how basically the medicine energy basically connects to the chartered accountant degree. So that basically was very strange basically. Then he told that basically the, it might be that the chartered accountant degree basically, which is basically getting the energy from the set, or assume that it is getting from the around one more than 150 city basically, and the medicine basically which energy is also generating, that also basically is getting from this near above basically city. So it might possible that the energy basically might have connected. And here basically main thing he told that basically medicine equal to set of mathematician and set of mathematics and set of physics data basically. That is only basically the that is only the and medicine, right? So like that he basically told that basically like this basically the union basically like this in union basically, you can see that this is also basically one of the union which basically has generated. So like this basically you can say that the chartered accountant degree and each and every degree is basically in this world basically has convert and he's getting converted, and he has converted into set level of energies, and that basically energies are basically getting used in the certain level of human process basically. That is basically the human needs basically. So basically the medicine creation, basically you can say, the medicine creation basically you can say, that is uh, the medicine basically creation, that is the one of the human need creation, right? But the human need creation is, that's fine basically, but that is one union, right? It has converted into one union basically. Then he told that basically chartered accountant degree basically contains few numbers, right? Few numbers and few basically problems, and like this basically each and everything basically it contains. Then he told that basically yeah, basically it is basically you are correct, but it has converted into the it basically connects to medicine is also basically set of formulas and set of things basically, set of numbers only basically connects to here. Then he told that was exactly. So he told that basically this also basically connects to some union basically. That might be possible that it might be connecting to the set of universe level also basically, because here basically just a set of numbers are there, right? Set of problems basically has been defined by the set of groups. Chartered accountant industry basically has created the set of problems, and that person basically has solved each and every problems, and then basically he got the degree of the chartered accountant. So he told that basically here only basically the set of sequence of numbers are there, and he basically solved the numbers, and the here the numbers data are basically there. How basically one number basically numbers, and basically how the set of problems basically which are basically defined by the chartered accountant groups basically, he can basically use in the medicine industry basically, that is the medicine industry. Then into that basically like this basically it might be connected that each and every number basically might be number data basically which is getting generated in the environment, that might be connected with the set of satellites, set of power companies, and set of universe also basically. So it might possible that due to that basically it the person's basically body has converted into medical use, and basically like this basically the medicine can be created from that particular person's body basically. So like this basically he told that basically each and every education basically which is connected in this world basically, that basically generates some basically data basically that is basically is getting used for the human needs creation basically. So like this he told the person basically who was into this basically, that is basically into the union side basically. He told that basically yes basically this might be possible, and he told that but is this only basically might be the possible reason basically behind this basically. Then he told that basically exactly basically this might be the thing basically. Then he told that basically each and every education basically, then basically he told that basically this type of software basically exists in this the then he told that basically if the things basically are created, right? For example, uh, from the chartered accountant degree basically, the medicine has created. That means the data is already there. It is basically in front of you only. That from chartered accountant degree basically, the medicine data is created, right? The medicine basically data is created. If the medicine data is created from the chartered accountant degree and from the other education degree also basically set of human needs basically has created, that is in front of you only basically, right? That just basically requires some system, and basically that basically requires some data basically. So that basically converts into your some one system basically. But the here the main thing is basically which basically software basically you are going to use to enter that particular data. The reason basically behind this is each and every software basically which gets converts, that basically is connected with the set of servers basically. So which server basically you are going to use, and like this basically, because each and every data is getting processed in the server, and each and every data basically are processed in the computer also basically. So here basically the problem might occur is basically before creating this system basically, it might get problem that basically the energy basically which might be generating, that basically need some source basically. The need to that basically, yeah basically that is correct basically. So like this very same way basically the ERP payroll system is there. Payroll system means the salary system basically, whose employee salary basically gets into the system basically. Like this each and every system basically we have created. So like this each and every system basically which we have created, uh, which system basically we have created, that all each and every system basically which we have created, that basically by default is generating some energy, right? That is 100% generating some energies, and that energy basically are getting used in any of the process basically. If they are not getting used in any of the process, then basically they are basically getting used in the power system, then the energy system basically they are using each and every data which is basically deployed in the server basically. So like this each and every basically the infrastructure basically which is getting used, that are also basically used. So like this basically the each and every basically the system basically which we are going to design, and which the data basically which we are going to enter, that should be basically that basically here the main thing is basically if we integrate the this particular this system basically mostly might be there, because the if the person basically says that from the chartered accountant degree the medicine basically can be prepared, and due to that basically that person basically was hired by the medical industry, then basically he got the job according to the his chartered accountant degree. And the basically the company basically who basically hired him when he basically cleared the degree, that time basically they literally hired him. And after hiring the thing basically he basically was got the job on the base of this company basically, who actually selected for the energy process basically. So the main thing here was the energy process basically which the body is going to generate, and that was basically the medicine basically. So like this basically each and every education basically system basically generate some process, and that basically process are basically used in the certain level of data basically. So here you can say that certain level of data also you can say, and certain level of human needs also basically you can say. So each and every body basically which are basically connected with the education level basically, they basically converts their data into certain level of process basically. So certain level of process basically that converts to certain level of human needs basically, that basically you can say. So like this basically you can say that certain level of process are basically connected, and certain level of process basically are equal to medicine creation. That also basically you can say. So like this basically you can say that the set of process basically which is basically happened from the taking the education. For example, BCom people takes the education, MCom people takes the education, master degree takes the education, each and every management level people takes the education. Few people basically don't take the education, then also basically their energy basically converts up to the education basically he has taken. Few people says that basically I have not done the management level degree, but I have, my management is very good basically. Reason basically he basically has taken education. With himself basically he was and himself was basically was a teacher, and he has taken the education. Like this his body basically converted into that level basically. It might possible that he might get the more energy basically as the education basically industry was getting. So everything basically is possible. Why? Because the understanding of the basically subject basically it might possible that the person basically is taking the education, he basically his understanding basically might be different than the person he has not taken the education, and basically he has taken the each and everything basically in the practical life, and he has taken the education like this basically. So it might possible with that this is also basically possible. So like this it might possible that non without education taking person also basically can generate the set of good energy basically, that also basically higher than the education people basically. So like this basically things are also basically there. So like this the education industry basically also you can say the set of education industry basically also are connected with the set of energies, and then basically the energy are basically equal to set of creation basically. The and the set of creation basically here I have taken as a medicine, and each and every human needs basically, so that basically is creation. So if that is a creation, then basically it's by default the union. So this is also basically one of the part of the union.